guys, welcome back to That Simple Life with DeVores Wild Fam. Ta-da! I have a bald husband. And shaves his head every summer. Don't worry, we'll get used to it. Anyways, we had some requests on how we bought our first home on a low income. My husband drives for Coca-Cola. We live in Idaho, East Idaho. He makes $19 an hour. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 6 kids living at home, and I don't work. I do, however, get SSI from my youngest daughter, Kennedy, who is autistic, so it's kind of like a disability check that I get every month to help with her. Because of her disability, I cannot go out and get a job because I'm running her to so many different appointments. So this is how we bought a house. He knows more about like the loan stuff than I do, but I do want to say, first of all, as far as budgeting goes, besides a grocery budget, which I typically do between $550 and $650 a month, and for the last like 3 months now we've been way under that. I don't really have a budget because we don't really have any bills. So we have electricity and our water bill, and we have now our mortgage, we have car insurance and our cell phone bill because our plan is together. What else do we have? We have Disney Plus, the internet. We do have Netflix right now because I got it back for a couple months because they had a deal, but I'll be canceling it again because we're really not watching it. And I think that's it. Oh, I do pay $2.99 a month for like extra storage on my phone to make these videos, and $15.99 a month, not a month, every 2 months to use music. It's called Epidemic Sound. That's where I get all my music from. But can you think of anything else? I think that's it. Because when he got his settlement check from when he got hurt, and you can go back and watch the previous video of why we moved to Idaho to find out that story. He did get hurt. We did get a settlement when we got that money, and it wasn't a ton of money. Like, we didn't become rich overnight or anything, but it was enough that we paid off our car and we paid off any credit cards we had so that nothing was open, and it just made life really easy because besides groceries and like household items, which is included in that $550, we are pretty frugal. Yes, we do get the occasional Starbucks, and yes, we go out to eat occasionally, but we have ways of doing things like Groupon, so we find coupons on things, and we typically, when we go out to dinner together, we share a meal or get an appetizer to share. We usually share a drink because we both drink Coke or iced tea, so why pay for 2? That type of thing. We still go out and do things, so we're not like tightwads just sitting here on our money. And because we do have 6 kids, I don't ever do no spend months, because in our family that would be totally unrealistic, because obviously things always come up with kids. But I'm gonna hand it over to him so he can tell you about the loan and stuff.
At me?
Yeah, they want to see you.
Why is it pointed at me?
Just talk. He's a natural at this.
I'm not. It's just, you probably have heard of FHA. It's the Federal Housing Administration. They do first-time home buyers programs for it. And Idaho has a first-time home buyer program that gives you down payment assistance to help. So basically we have 2 loans, one for the house, one for the down payment assistance. And we still had to come up, even though they say it's a no money down loan, we still had to come up with about 1% of the home's value to close.
Which is nothing.
It was about just under $3,000 to close.
Which we used the money from his settlement, and plus we had gotten the stimulus checks too, so that all helped as well. Is that basically it?
That's it.
That's basically how we bought our house.
Now I'm taking my pants off.
No, don't just pants off. So you have to stay here. We're not done. So the story behind the house, though, is when we moved here, We rented this house sight unseen. So besides looking at like 3 pictures on the internet, we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. I don't even want to say it was luck. I really feel it was God really looking out for us and putting us in the place that He knew was going to become home for our family. So we rented, and last summer Adam reached out to, so the owner was renting through a property management company. So Adam reached out to the property management and said, hey, would the owner ever be willing to sell this place? This house was built in 1978. I think he lived here for like 10 years and he's been renting it ever since. So they said, I don't know, like, we'll ask him. So they called him and they said, hey, you're renters. They want to know if you'd be willing to sell. And he asked for a phone number and called Adam last summer and said, hey, yeah, like, I would be willing to sell. And so we said, okay. And then we decided, well, maybe we shouldn't just buy the first thing. Maybe we should look around. So we did look around for quite a few months, and because of COVID and everything, like, the housing market has skyrocketed. Even here, it's gotten pretty bad here too. So in February, we called him again and said, hey, are you still willing to sell this place? And he said, yeah, let me send a guy out to get it appraised and all that stuff. And so this guy came out, looked at everything, and told him he could easily get this place for like $360, because even though
it wasn't that much.
Was it $320?
It was like 3-ish.
Because of the mature trees and the location, because we're next to like the good schools and that really great park. And he called Adam back and said, I'll give it to you guys for $240. Was that what it was? $240. So,
and after everything, it ended up coming up to about $250 after we had to do the roof and some mold issues, but
that's pretty much it. And we need like a new back door, like that needs to be replaced. We purchased a new stove that will be here in July, because the stove, I think, came with the house. Like, it's no bueno. But it needs new carpet. So there is projects that need to be done, but like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So every time we get a tax return, I don't know who said it. Every time we get a tax return, or if we get another stimulus, or, whatever, like, we can do things a little bit.
You're not even Italian.
We can do a little bit at a time. The next thing we will be doing is replacing our sliding door because it's broken. But that's how we got our house. It's a charming house. Like I said, I think God really placed us where He wanted us to be. Sorry about my voice, guys. It's allergy season, so I sound weird. We just mowed the lawn and it made my throat close up. And like I said, we don't really have like a budget because we don't have very many bills. It's just pretty much basic stuff that you have to have. I guess that's it. And I've made videos before on like how we do birthdays and Christmas. That's why we're called The Simple Life, because it's very simple. We never do like extravagant parties or huge Christmases, and our kids really don't say anything because they really don't know any different. So they've never been spoiled. That's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If there's something we left out that you want to know, or if you guys actually want me to create a budget off of the bills that we have, I can do that. Just like if you guys want to see it on paper, I'm not going to send our account numbers or anything. You guys know what I mean. So what I want my next big project, like besides the door and the carpet and stuff, is to build that little garden area next spring with the white picket fence. And okay, I'm gonna go. Chicken tendies. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.